Hello and welcome to our modern money journey. Just a brief reminder that I am not a licensed professional. This is not investment advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Alright everyone, and welcome back to episode 6 of our Modern Money Journeys Build a Portfolio series, where every single month we deposit $100 into Webull, we take a look at the markets together, and then we make a purchase to add something to our portfolio. So let's take a look at the portfolio and see how things have changed since last month. So since last month, I've deposited another $100, bringing us up to a total of $600 deposited, and we're currently sitting at $686 for our total account value. So as we can see, we're actually performing pretty well in most of our positions other than Barrick Gold, which when we purchased Barrick, we knew it would be uncorrelated, or likely would be uncorrelated, or inversely correlated to our other tech holdings. So I'm okay with this. And we are doing tremendously well on our Bitcoin and Ethereum holdings. Bitcoin, we're currently up a little bit over 78%, and Ethereum we're up a little bit over 80%. And that's just in the last month, since we purchased both of these in last month's episode. So we can also see that we have been, this dark blue line is our portfolio, and then the light blue line is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So we can see over the last month we have been outperforming the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and we can actually come up here, switch that to the S&P 500, and we can see we've been greatly outperforming the S&P 500 as well. Let's take a look at our account performance. And we can see that our overall profit and loss is sitting at about $86. $84.50 of that is from trading, and we've received $1.80 in dividends, and we've paid out 20 cents in fees. This brings us to a profit and loss percentage of a little over 19%, which aims to give us an annual return of a little over 50%. This is incredible considering the stock market's average is between 7 and 10% historically. So we are far, far, far outpacing the stock market on average. Over here we can see our trading P&L for all of our holdings. And then we can see our dividends that we've received down here. So let's move on and take a look at the markets. Moving on to crypto, we can see it's kind of a mixed day today. However, we know that just a few days ago, Bitcoin was sitting at about $42,000 and Ethereum was about $1,300. We've seen a small pullback from that, and now we're just sitting in a nice consolidation range, hopefully waiting to just start climbing again here soon. So let's jump over to TradingView and take a look at the stock markets. So the S&P 500 index is up just a little bit today, and we can see not much has changed from last month as we're still hanging out around these new all-time highs. Going down to the Dow Jones, we can see not much has changed as well for this from last month. We're still hanging out near these old all-time highs, or putting in like about new all-time highs, but not much has changed for either of those. Going over and looking at gold, we can see we've still been sitting in this consolidation range of gold from about 1,700 to 2,100, maybe 1,900. And then going down to silver, same thing. We've been sitting in this consolidation range in the mid-20s. And then looking at the US dollar currency index, the trend has continued of it just declining. So, the markets haven't changed too much since we've even started this series. The stock market's climbing even though there's not much reason for it to be. I'll just leave it at that. Metals are consolidating and the dollar is dropping and cryptos are taking off. So we want to maintain our investment hypothesis, or our investment theory that we developed at the very beginning of this, which is we want to stick with cryptocurrency, metals, cheap tech stocks, and then real estate and healthcare. We have some commodities or metals plays. We have some Bitcoin and some Ethereum. We have some tech stocks, but we don't have any real estate or healthcare related positions. So that's what we're going to actually do today. We're going to make a purchase and get into both of those spaces. So let's go over and take a look at Medical Properties Trust. So Medical Properties Trust, ticker symbol MPW, is a real estate investment trust, or a REIT, that owns hospitals all over the world. As we can see here, Medical Properties Trust owns hospitals in 34 US states, 6 European countries, and has hospitals in Australia's 4 largest cities. All of their hospitals together are worth a little over $16 billion. This will be important. Remember this number, a little over $16 billion. They're sitting on 385 facilities worldwide, which is about 42,000 hospital beds. They are, if I remember correctly, they are the second largest owner of hospital beds in the United States. And with the current global situation going on, these hospital beds are in high demand, these facilities are in high demand, and I believe there's an opportunity to make money here, as well as support the healthcare industry that has worked so hard over this last year to support all of us. So let's go over to Seeking Alpha and take a look at some of their financials. So starting out looking at the dividend scorecard, we can see that they pay a 5.22% dividend yield. So this is what's nice about REITs. They typically have a very high dividend yield. They annually pay out a little over $1, so that's where we get this 5% yield, and their payout ratio is about 70%. Let's go take a look at their summary. And let's actually go to the 5-year chart, and we can see over the last 5 years we're near old all-time highs before the crash. However, we're still below them. And if we take a look here, their market cap is $11 billion. So their market cap is what all of the shares for Medical Properties Trust combined are worth at the current price. So it's what the company is worth out on the market. They own over $16 billion in property, and yet they're only worth a little over $11 billion, almost $12 billion on the market. This leads me to believe that they have the potential to keep increasing in price over the next couple years. I also take all of these with a grain of salt, but let's take a look at them real quick. We can look down through and see that most of the news articles are bullish or neutral. And then we can see the 6 month ago ratings were bullish or neutral. We can come down and look at the revenue, which has been increasing and projected to keep increasing. And then their funds from operation have been pretty consistently increasing. So let's go back and go to Webull. Let's hit trade. And I've actually already entered in the Medical Properties Trust ticker symbol, MPW here. And we are going to make this a market order so that it fills right away. We're going to be doing a purchase. And they are currently $21, so how about we get 4 shares? That will leave us just a little bit of cash left over from this $100 that we deposited this month. And then let's place this order. And let's go ahead and buy. order was successful. So let's go back to our account. Let's go to positions. And now we own 4 shares of Medical Properties Trust. So hopefully we will start collecting dividend from them and use that cash flow to build up our portfolio. And now we have a more diversified portfolio with holdings in the tech space, the commodity space, and now we have some healthcare and real estate on top of our Bitcoin and Ethereum positions that are doing well. All right, all you bulls and bears, I'll see you next time.